video, I was thinking very hard and long about whether or not I should make this video, but when I really thought about it, I was like, yeah, I definitely should make this video because it highlights a lot of different aspects of being a YouTuber that a lot of people don't think about. I want to thank everyone who continued to reach out to me and send me supportive messages and, just sent me love. I really can't put into words how much that meant to me, and really that's why I would say I think YouTube is such a good platform, because so many people without hesitation just support and love and feel just genuine good feelings from watching people's content. So if my content gave you genuine good feelings, which it did, a lot of people reached out to me. I just want to thank you guys for reaching out to me and sharing yourself with me, because despite the fact that I'm not sure whether or not I want to be a YouTuber, I am sure that I love people who love, and I am super grateful for all of the positive messages and support that was sent my direction. So I just wanted to send a quick thank you. So to those not familiar with myself or how I got the platform that I have, my name on YouTube is Nap Queen. On all my other social media platforms, it's Mercury Venus Me. But it's Nap Queen on YouTube because people kind of, tagged me as a 4C influencer. Like, I had very long 4C hair, which is kind of rare, and I made natural hair videos on YouTube, so a lot of people kind of subscribed to me. And that's the simplest way that I could put it. I didn't have aspirations of being a hair guru. I said that in my content that I created back then when I had first started my channel, that I didn't have hair guru aspirations. I wasn't on YouTube for the fame or for the money. It was literally because people constantly asked me day in and day out. It was because people constantly asked me day in and day out how I styled my hair, and I felt like what better way to show people than make videos. So I made videos of how I washed my hair, how I styled my hair, how I stretched my hair, how I straightened my hair when I wanted my hair straightened, and also why I felt the type of hair that I had was super important, and why I felt women who also had that type of hair shouldn't feel, pessimistic about growing it or about making it what they wanted it to be, because ultimately there's a lot of pessimism around having 4C hair. So, and I know it's going to be a lot of people looking at me like, oh, you don't have 4C hair, huh? I already went through that. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to address y'all. But anyway, that's pretty much my YouTube story. I didn't ask for 21,000 subscribers. It just kind of happened from posting 12 videos. Go figure. Ultimately, I'm thankful for each and every person that subscribed, because it just showed that a part of them connected and resonated with a part of me, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about the love. But I had to sit with myself and really think about whether or not I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I'm going to give you guys a story kind of putting into perspective why it was something to think about. So back in 2017, when I had stopped creating content, I already had my dream job. I had literally just been handed my dream job, what I thought was my dream job. Up until then, I was working as an assistant teacher, and before then as an intern. But in 2017, the nonprofit that I worked for decided to offer me the position of lead teacher, basically managing the program that I already had worked for 4 years, but just putting me basically in the highest position that I could personally be in with, I guess, my education and with my experience, which was the role of lead teacher. So I wasn't just managing the program at one school, I was managing it at two. About a month after the school year started, another school wanted to come on board, and I had went to their back to school night, basically to just build rapport with the teachers and the students, and get to know some of the community, the school community. So I go to the back to school night, I have my table, I have my vegetables. I teach students about nutrition education, gardening education, and environmental sustainability and stewardship. So I have my table with, all my stuff on it, and handouts and a sign-up list, and a teacher from the background, comes out of nowhere, like, oh my god, you're Nap Queen, I watch all your videos. And ultimately, I love her so much now. That year that I worked at that school, she was a bright light when I saw her. She knows who she is, and I love you. I don't know when I'm going to make my way to your school again, because ultimately all the schools are closed right now. But just know, yes, you were a significant part of my path, but I love you. And thank you for, being a friend to me that first year. But anyway, when we first met, she comes up to me and she's like, oh my god, you're Nap Queen, I watched all your videos, I think you're awesome. Mind you, this is a woman in her 30s, maybe 40s, and I'm sitting here as a 23-year-old, kind of nervous because I'm inserting myself into the school community for the first time. But ultimately, what happened was meant to happen. I give her a hug, I follow her back, I, tell her why I'm there, she tells me what she does at the school, we become friends. But it basically brings to the forefront of my mind the reality that if I continue to create content with the platform that I have, this is going to become a norm, which it did. There were many other instances, and even to this day, instances where people come up to me and let me know that they have watched my YouTube content, or they have seen my Instagram, or that they continuously follow me. And that is what a lot of people wish for. But personally, the type of person that I am, it was very intimidating and slightly scary. So, I'm put in this situation of whether or not this is truly what I want for myself. All the while, I'm getting what I initially thought I wanted for myself, my dream job. The opportunity to teach kids about food and gardening and nature and environmental stewardship. Like, if you pray for something and you get it, at the same time you get something else that you didn't pray for, of course you're going to choose what you prayed for and not the thing that you didn't pray for, despite the fact that it might be other people's prayer. I hope that makes sense. But that was the point in my life that I was in. And also, I was breaking up with my ex-fiance. I was breaking up with my best friend. I was moving. I had just got promoted. So everything in my life was very uncertain. And I'm the type of person where I always want to project sincerity and come from a very genuine place. And when it comes to creating content, really you're just expressing yourself. But I was so uncertain that I didn't really know who I was, and I didn't really know what to project. Ultimately, I felt what people wanted from me, the kind of content that people wanted from me, was around my hair. But I had already made enough hair content. I wasn't a hair guru. I was a lazy natural. I didn't really do my hair, so it was just like, I gave them enough hair content. They want braid out videos for the rest of my life. That's not what I want to do. So I just kind of took a step back. I went on a journey of really learning what I want, and how I want to carry myself, how I want to project myself, what I want people to understand about me. And ultimately, the conclusion that I've come to after 3 years is that I just want people to understand what I personally understand about myself. What Shayna is, the intentions that Shayna is about, are super positive and super helpful, and I want people to understand love. So I want to create content that kind of delve into all my interests, not just my hair, but cooking and gardening and music and art and business and children and love and traveling. Like, I don't want to just have a hair video or just a hair channel. I want people to understand me as a whole. And I feel like when it comes to creating social media content, it's very easy to be put in a box. And I saw that for myself before I was ready to actually create content that took me out of the box. I was still at a point in my life where I had to put a lot of energy into my 9 to 5, into what I thought that I wanted as a career. And YouTube takes a lot of energy. Despite how simple it may seem to just upload videos, there's a lot of editing. If you're a perfectionist like me, which I am a die-hard perfectionist, I got issues, y'all. I got issues when it comes to my perfectionism. So if you're a perfectionist like me, it literally takes a lot of energy. And I had to decide whether or not it really was what I wanted. But ultimately, I decided to put YouTube in a mental box of a platform that I could use to express myself to people who genuinely value my energy. Whether people subscribe to me or not, it's okay. That's not what I'm in it for, you know. Really, I just want to connect to those who want to connect to me. I'm a very, very intentional person. Everything that I say out my mouth, I want to live up to, and that's why I felt being a YouTuber wasn't really for me. All of the endorsements, all of the people reaching out to me wanting me to sell their product, it's like, I don't even care to try your product. I don't even think products are important. Like, this is not the life that I'm meant to live. I'm meant to be a gardener in my garden with my students, teaching them about what they put in their body. That's what I'm meant to do. But ultimately, I realized that I can do that no matter what profession I do. Whether I'm a doctor or a lawyer or a farmer or a YouTuber, I can always have my garden and have kids that I'm teaching and being the kind of philanthropist that I want to be. And ultimately, YouTube is a super amazing opportunity if you have a philanthropic heart like I do. The last thing that really, really, made me patient and humble when it came to deciding whether or not I wanted to be a YouTuber was truly understanding what it meant to have a platform. When you have the opportunity to influence a generation, whether it's just a certain niche of this generation, whether it's just the black women with natural hair that you're influencing, when you have the opportunity to influence a generation, that's a lot of responsibility and weight. So I decided to wait, to really figure out a mission and a path that I wanted to walk as far as inspiration and as far as what I shared. I'm a very complex person. You can't just understand me just by looking at me. That's just not going to happen. Anyone who truly knows me knows that. So when it came to just creating a facade for social media, it was very difficult for me to settle for that. Basically because I understood that no one would really understand the entire package just looking at the picture. But over these 3 years, I've matured a lot. I've grown a lot. I've really, really found my true path and what I feel is really meant for me. So with what I project now, I'm not so concerned about whether or not people truly understand who I am, because I know who I am, if that makes sense. But this is just me sharing all of the thoughts that I had, and I felt like you guys really deserved a video explaining why I decided not to be a YouTuber during those 3 years, and I'm still contemplating it now. But I appreciate all of the love and all of the support, and the fact that without even trying, I was able to get 21,000 subscribers, so I appreciate that, and I felt like you guys definitely deserved a video explaining that, and I know now that I'm not through with making content, and even in the 3 years I wasn't through. I sporadically posted a video like maybe every 8 months or 9 months, but still that's not enough, If you're gonna do something, I feel like you should do it well. And I wasn't in a position to do it well. I am now. I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to actually do it well, but I think I'm pretty set. And speaking of that, I have a story time that's mind-blowing. If you watched my last video, you heard me reference it, but there's literally like high-speed cop chases that I got on my phone. So I have the video. The video will be in the story time. It was just a crazy day. I couldn't believe it was my reality. So if you want to see that video or be notified when I drop it, make sure you hit the notification button next to the subscribe button. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like me, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for clicking my video and tuning into my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.